Aquarius, what it do? What it do? Welcome back to the Mother Tressa channel. If you're already familiar with this space, then you already know what's about to happen. So come on in. You are prepared. But if you are new to this channel, trigger warning. But feel free to come in as you are, wherever you are energetically, be it positive, negative, or neutral. It really doesn't matter so long as you leave better than you came. And if the message happens to resonate, give me a like, that good old thumbs up, and subscribe. But also turn on the post notifications so you're made aware as soon as I upload. Now, Aquarius, I don't believe in chance. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in math. Math was not my favorite subject in school. But I just have to let you know before we get started that at the bottom of the deck, I see the Page of Pentacles yet again, because this card, interestingly enough, was at the bottom of the deck when I started doing Capricorn's reading. So you can be dealing with an earth sign, or this placement within your own chart is heavily activated at this time. We are going to be having a new moon in Capricorn, so maybe I just had to wait for this video to get this message out. So this is the time for you to set new intentions, your New Year's resolutions. Don't just wait until New Year's Eve to write something down to be like, okay, now this year is my year. No, be very specific about where you want to go, what facet of your life you're going to attack, and be more concentrated about improving and or advancing or progressing, if you will. If you know that you are sitting on a very creative and highly lucrative idea, right, project, whatever it could be, then this is the time for you to scribe. You can write it out, if not vocalize it, make a recording of what it is that you want to materialize, okay? And then I would suggest, if you are close to an apothecary or any type of botanica, or you know somebody that is involved with witchcraft, somebody that can help you find the right herbs for you to bathe and or light incenses for, to help you attract this luck with this new moon in Capricorn. I definitely feel like business is going to be expanding for a lot of you guys, but look at your own natal chart just to see where the placement lies and how it can be affecting you, because it can be that you have Capricorn in your 4th house, for instance, okay? Or you could have Capricorn in the 8th. So I feel like it's definitely going to be very personal, but I had to get that out. And the new moon is also occurring with an eclipse. And so now is the time for you to really let go of anything that you've been holding on to. Cancer's energy came up, I believe, in Sagittarius' reading, if not Capricorn. And so it's learning how to let go of any grudges that you've been holding against any people, also against yourself, because I do know that there are some people with that earth energy that can be hypercritical and just highly judgmental of oneself, and really likes to like pick out all the flaws and what's messed up about you. So I feel like a lot of you guys need to let that type of energy go here. That might have been the only message that I had to give you, Aquarius. Okay, never mind. I was about to say nothing's coming out. What you guys have is the overlying energy is the sun in reverse. So that can be very self-absorbed energy, very arrogant. If you're in a relationship with somebody, because you have the Cruz that hounds you being the 10 of Cups, and then what's real about the situation being the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Sorry, I have to enunciate my words. But if you're in a relationship with somebody, I feel like that person can be very selfish or self-centered, where it's like me, 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 and forget that a relationship is a partnership and it's teamwork. All right. So I feel like if the romance also has left the relationship, you're trying to find ways to really reignite that at this time, or expand it or transcend it with this 9 of Wands, because the number 9 is Sagittarius's energy, and you know they're all about growth, expansion, and luck. All right, let's take it. Let's take it here. What's wrong about the situation? You guys have the Hermit card. Where you need more information, you have the 10 of Pentacles, and then where you end outcome card, you have the 7 of Swords. I'm getting a picture of somebody that is just very free and independent and kind of does what they want, not caring about the opinions of others and or how they'll be perceived, which can be you, Aquarians. Just the way that you guys act and the way that you talk and the way that you dance also, because Sagittarians are good for that, like movement. But with this Hermit in the what's wrong position, the Hermit is looking at this Knight of Wands like, what has gotten into this person? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you okay? And so I feel like if you're in a partnership with somebody, they have more of that grounded energy, more serious and more so concerned with the way that people see them. With the Sun in reverse, I definitely feel like it can be esteem issues. This person is highly self-conscious if this is not you. So they would never act the way that you act, in a sense. And so your job in this partnership is to try to find fun ways to get this person to loosen up and just be more free and feel more comfortable and confident in themselves. If things have been lost, again, as far as romance, is figuring out how you can become whole and become a unit and work as a team, again, as I had picked up on in the beginning. Some of you guys don't realize just how good you have it. That's what came through. And or the person that you're dealing with, they can't see the forest for the trees. Yeah, that's what I'm getting with this energy. Anytime something good happens, there's a critique for it, and it's oftentimes more negative or dark, and it doesn't have to be that way. Again, so I feel like in most partnerships, right, how does that saying go? Opposites attract. So if you are, as I described it, the more free spirit, wild child one in the relationship where you don't give a damn what people have to say about you, you do as you please, you know what I'm saying? You dress as you please, also with this energy that's here. You can have a very odd sense of style, which I'm getting with the 7 of Swords, because the number 7 belongs to Libra's house, and you know they're ruled by the planet Venus, which is all about aesthetics and beauty, fashion, and all of that. So I definitely feel like you can be like an oddball out. This other person, they bear a lot of their responsibility. So they could be the breadwinner of the family with this 10 of Pentacles that's here. And so they don't have time to be playful. Okay? They've had to put their inner child on the back burner. Some of that, because we have the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, can come from childhood, and the way that they have developed their identity, and or the way that they relate to who they are as a personality or their persona. I don't know also how I'm trying to articulate that. Hopefully you guys can kind of pick up though on what it is I'm trying to say. But they were never afforded that in the first place in their childhood. So it's extremely difficult and challenging for them to be like that in their adult reality. You get what I'm saying? And so it's going to be a lot harder than even I am articulating it to be, as far as trying to bring fun back into your relationship, because that's a foreign term to this person. They don't know what fun is. They weren't able to be a child. They had to grow up extremely early and or fast with this energy here. So you're going to have to be a little bit more creative, ingenious, if you will, with the ways that you try to bring that aspect out of that person without making it seem like you're trying to change them. Also, that's coming through, because I feel like you guys are really good at just accepting people for who they are, their genetic makeup, you know, and just how that is expressed naturally. So just make sure that you go into it like as more of a suggestion for something to do, just to spend quality time, and not so much like a, oh, you're a Debbie Downer, this is how I wish you to be, this is what I want you to do. Not being demanding with this 9 of Wands energy, basically, because I feel like to try to assert yourself in that way and be dominant over a person that's already cardinal in aspect will work against you with that energy. I feel like the person that has been more extroverted though in the relationship is more so introverted now, because you have the inversion with the Sun in the reverse position, and then you have the Hermit card in the what's wrong position. They may become a little bit more conservative in style as well. So like covering their hair. I'm seeing somebody that wears like a hijab or something like that with this Hermit energy. And also you see how they're cloaked with this Seven of Swords. So if this is a new person that's coming into your life, they're definitely odd to you because they are completely different, again, as opposites attract, from or than what you are accustomed to and what you're used to here. So if you're used to people that are just extremely adventurous, extremely loud, has extremely strong personality, you're going to be a little shocked with this Nine of Wands energy at just how shy and or reserved and conservative this person is, and how that challenges you, but how it can be a healthy challenge should you look at it that way and not deem this person to be like boring or disinterested. Also with this Sun energy, this person has their own charisma and their own beauty should you choose to see it. And that's just the bottom line here. But as far as where this relationship is going, it's to be determined. Like, I hate to leave you with a cliffhanger, but I can't really tell you much else unless you book a private reading with me, because you end with the Seven of Swords, and that's a neutral card, right? It's no more positive than it is negative. It just kind of depends on who feels the energy first and how they manipulate that energy, not in a positive, negative, or neutral way, but just in how they help things to materialize in their physical environment. So somebody can take this and again try to use it to their advantage as an opportunist with this Nine of Wands energy to get somebody to do things that they would not otherwise do, kind of like coercion, if you will, coercing somebody to change and be something that they're not. That can then turn this into a negative reading and a negative union or interaction here. Something that is divinely orchestrated, I just feel like you guys are choosing not to see, or this person's choosing not to see here. They have it a lot better than they even realize. So I just feel like if you've been dealing with somebody that's like that the sun has not come out for. I'm seeing that Annie show in that song, The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. I feel like you're going to be, again, figuring out ways to get this person to be right side up. And maybe by doing that is by showing them pictures. If you have, what are those called? I don't want to say portfolio, but like photo albums. And if you've been in a partnership with this person for a while, I feel like bringing them back to earth, that would be a way to ground them. Because I feel like they live too much in their heads, or they're workaholics. They're always doing and moving about. They can't just sit and see how far they have come, how far you guys also have come together as a couple. And so that may help. But just, again, just spending more quality time will help. But yeah, that's what I see for you, Aquarius. If this reading resonated, give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family. Subscribe if you haven't. And book with me should you need to. But if I don't hear from you, all good and well. Just please take care of yourself until you hear from me again. Ciao.